And so at this time, I would like to introduce this legislator I met from Danbury. And I want y'all to know Danbury. Y'all got a legislator, do you hear me? We put this on what, in 72 hours? That lady called me, her name popped on my phone. I was like, I'm just checking in. I'm here for my constituents. Who are you? So she was checking us out, y'all, right? And so that is why we vote. You understand? You stand with those who stand with you, even if they disagree, right? That is human to disagree, because we can agree to disagree. But I will have the utmost respect for lawmakers who show up for their constituents on the drop of a dime. She's in session. This building is full. But yet she made it here to give remarks to stand for you, not just Danbury. She's standing for all Connecticut children, regardless of the school model. So let's give this legislator a hand, because that's how we vote, all right? Woo! Miss Rachel. Now we're going to put her on the spot.
Gosh. I don't even know how to go on now. I've never had such an introduction. Thank you so much, Gwen. I'm so proud to be here and to stand with you. Thank you to everyone who gathered here today in support of our two communities, our families, and most importantly, our kids. I've been involved in education in our Danbury community for as long as my two children have been in preschool. They're now in high school now. My oldest will graduate Danbury High next year. I've served on all the PTOs, the Board of Education, and now the legislature. I am a mom on a mission. For as long as I've been involved, I've watched our student enrollment in Danbury continue to rapidly grow and continually outpace our enrollment projections, which has hindered our ability to plan and properly serve our students. Within that growth, I have been rising high levels of high-need students. Of the over 12,000 Danbury students in our public schools, over 36% are English learners, 14.5% are students with disabilities, and more than 52%, over half, are from low-income households. We struggle, as many districts do, with learning loss, chronic absenteeism, and suspension and expulsion rates. During my 5 years on the Board of Ed, I saw firsthand the alarming increases in these rates. From pre to post-pandemic, after the COVID shutdown, our schools were some of the last in the state to reopen our doors to our students because of space limitations. We had to rent a facility in a neighboring town in order to reopen. The pandemic has only exacerbated our challenges that existed long before COVID. Our challenges were what our district leaders often termed as the perfect storm: an ever-growing student body with rising needs and limited resources stretched to the brink. Danbury is not a wealthy city. We do not have the same median household income or grand list as other cities we are commonly compared to, and our local taxpayers have had to make up for the lack of state funds to our schools and invest more than our local share. But funding alone is not going to solve all of our challenges. We need a multi-pronged approach to fully address the needs of our students and embrace all options to best serve them. This includes proper funding at both state and local levels, moving ahead with the new Danbury Career Academy slated to open in fall of 2025, exploring the possible expansion of Henry Abbott Technical School, and funding the Danbury Charter School that could open as soon as this fall. This could have opened in the fall of 2019, that if opened back then, would today be serving 550 students in our downtown. That would have alleviated the need for the Board of Education to purchase today tents, temporary tents, to be able to serve lunch at the high school next year. It is fiscally and morally irresponsible to turn down this option. Danbury is not in any position to do so. The goal is not only to provide space, but to improve student outcomes, and we must remember that this is all about kids, to move the needle of academic success and to make a difference in the lives of children. Again, thank you so much for having me.
And so we're looking to her to work with her colleagues to lead the charge, and we thank you so much. Let's give her a round of applause. The Bible says you give credit where it is due, right? And I know it's not easy.